Just 2 weeks out, President Trump is rallying his base as a caravan of 7,000 migrants from Central America is heading toward the U.S. border. But as Channel 3 New Haven Bureau Chief Matt McFarland explains, a local refugee organization is saying there is very good reason so many are risking their lives to make that trip.
The video is startling. Thousands of men, women, and young children fleeing Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador and making the dangerous trek towards the U.S., often in 100-degree heat.
These are families. No one leaves their home with their children to travel over 1,600 miles by foot, not knowing what's going to happen to them, unless what they're fleeing is worse than the unknown.
Ann O'Brien is with IRIS, the Integrated Refugee and Immigrant Services based out of New Haven. Every year, the organization helps hundreds of asylum seekers fleeing poverty and violence to resettle in Connecticut.
Anybody is going to try to use anything they can right before an election to serve their own interests. We here at IRIS are nonpartisan.
Out on the campaign trail, President Trump says this caravan is turning out to be a great political issue for Republicans.
This will be the election of the caravan.
At a recent rally, the president went as far as to say the caravan included gang members and, quote, unknown Middle Easterners who are trying to get into our country. He added that if needed, he'll use the military to stop it.
That is an assault on our country. That's an assault. And in that caravan, you have some very bad people. You have some very bad people. And we can't let that happen to our country.
The reality is, no matter which side you're on, these are families, and they need to be treated as such.
Now, caravans like this aren't new. In fact, there was a smaller one back in the spring, 1,200 people, but only 200 eventually reached the border in San Diego. As for this one, the United Nations, their refugee agency, they're on the ground helping with identification and registering those seeking asylum. As for when this will end, they're still about 1,000 miles from the U.S. border, so at this pace, they'll finish in about a month and a half. With the mobile newsroom, Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.